sure she just looks at him and says, "I beg your pardon, I think you made a mistake. You got the water."
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking.
Warsaw. It was a great train trip. There was no Wi-Fi though, which is annoying, but there were power outlets. Welcome to Warsaw! Why didn't we come here sooner? This seems to be a trend for us here in Poland. We keep thinking, we don't really need to go there. And then it's amazing.
When you're next to me.
We're just about to go on one of those free walking tours. We've been putting it off and it's actually rainy and snow is forecasted, but we don't have that much time in Warsaw, so we figure we'd better do it before we don't have time to.
That's because we're lumberjacks and we're okay.
What?
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He works all night and he plays all day.
Okay. Cheesecake corner.
Cheesecake is Nikki's kryptonite.
It's true.
Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line.
What's that? Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Baby, you got my attention, so you would say yes.
I think if they're going to use me as a model for these statues, then at least pay me.
The world that we're living in, oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
One of the very first things that I learned in Polish was "Gdzie jest Plac Zamkowy?" And now I can answer "To tutaj." It's here! What do you think of Warsaw so far?
Absolutely love it.
We just learned a little bit more about why there's this rivalry between Kraków and Warsaw. It all has to do with this king who moved the capital from Kraków to Warsaw. And it was only so that he could get closer to Sweden, which he wanted to conquer. But yeah, we've heard two sides of the story from the Kraków tour guides and the Warsaw tour guides, so it's pretty interesting.
That was option A. Option B, which is the more interesting one, is that he liked to play with explosives and he blew up his castle in Kraków.
Yeah, so we had to move to Warsaw.
So we had to move.
I have to say though, this is I'm going to show you in a second the royal castle of Warsaw that he moved to. And Wawel Castle in Kraków is a lot more impressive for sure.
Even if I told you I could never let you go, I'm not so sure you believe me. But if I mean to show you, I will never let you go. No.
This castle is only 34 years old, and that's because almost everything in Warsaw was destroyed in World War II. So although things look old, they were made to look old. It's still pretty cool.
A castle like this is a symbol of Polish monarchy, Polish golden age, Polish independence.
This castle has 3 different styles from 3 different kings that actually lived here, including a Swedish king who built this one. And this is why they call this castle the IKEA castle. We just learned of a way to get free vodka. When you see a Polish couple in their car who have just gotten married, it's actually a law that you can stop them, like by holding hands in front of the car to make a gate so they can't go through, and demanding a bottle of vodka.
It's
and
a tradition.
Yeah, but they actually have to do it. It's crazy. Poland. One of the first things they do after they get married is they get greeted by their mothers, I think.
The mother-in-law.
The mother of the groom, and she has 2 shot glasses. One has water, one has vodka. And they both drink it, and it's indistinguishable, right? And then the person who drinks the vodka is supposedly the one who's in charge of the marriage.
And it's always the woman. And even if the man does get it, I'm sure she just looks at him and says, I beg your pardon, I think you made a mistake. You got the water.
You have to think about the wish, touch the bell, and walk around with 3 down.
Look at that building. It's tiny, and it's an actual house.
Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
That is actually the house that we saw. We saw it from the front, and it's really tiny, but this is actually how big it is. It was really just a way to get around with taxes at the time.
Other European city that has a mermaid sitting on a rock?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, of course. This was the little mermaid of Denmark. So she stayed in Copenhagen, but her sister, the one we see right here, well, she wanted to swim a bit more, to explore new lands, meet new people. So she left her sister in Denmark and kept on swimming on her own in Baltic. She was so grateful for the help that she promised she would always defend our city. And that's why our mermaid is holding a sword, and the shield, as you can see, was supposed to help her defend our city.
Just as they did in Kraków, the German Nazis created this ghetto, and this is where the wall used to be. So that area used to be where the Jews were, and this area where everybody else was. Such an interesting mix of new and old.
When I go, I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the who goes doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention, so you would say yes.
I also just learned that Warsaw was not actually destroyed when the Nazis invaded it. Only about 10% of Warsaw was destroyed. It was a Warsaw uprising led by the Polish to try and overthrow the Nazis. And of course they lost, as they knew that they would, because the Nazis just had superior gunpowder. In retaliation, the Nazis leveled Warsaw and destroyed every little thing, set fire to everything that was left. And that's actually why all the old buildings of Warsaw have been destroyed.
Even if I told you I could never let you go, I'm not so sure you
Esperanto! Czy ili parolas Esperanto czy tie?
never let you go, no. 'Cause you don't see the logic of
The street art here is pretty good, I think. And Rob's looking at the food.
something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
Kanyanitsin!
Don't forget to subscribe to join us in our travels.
Also, check out our Lucky Dippers podcast.